It's Tuesday, and I've officially been vlogging for a week, but I've only posted like 3 days of vlogs because the first couple ones were like, no. Today is not gonna be that interesting, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna end up posting, but I'm probably just washing clothes and getting ready to pack for Georgia because we're leaving on Thursday at like 3 in the morning or something, I don't know. So that's all I'm doing today. It's not very interesting. But it's a different song. These are scissors, by the way. Do you ever start singing a song and then it turns into a different song that has nothing to do with the song you were just singing? Because that's me all the time. Which means I never get lyrics right. And I never know melodies. I'm gonna wash my makeup brushes because I haven't worn makeup in like probably a month. And they're all disgusting, so.
Powering on. Welcome to All Tech Lansing.
And you
make something kind of entertaining, I think.
complications, she never kept the same address. Things to the bad, you know I'll never be
Now,
you wanna have a good time.
just give me a call. Look at how aesthetically pleasing this is. Got my stuff, my stuff, my stuff, my stuff. Anyways. So, my family was planning on going to Georgia on Thursday. We already bought our tickets. We got a car that we're gonna rent while we're there and all this stuff. And the reason that we were going was for a funeral or memorial service for my grandma Jerry that passed away. And her son just passed away today. So we're kind of not really sure what's going on now. We might not be going for that reason, but also there's like a hurricane, and so not really sure what's going on. In other news, Queen is awesome. Let me just say. I've never really really listened to their songs, but I had like a playlist going today and I was like, Queen. And Don't Stop Me Now has been stuck in my head for like actually 3 weeks. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's this thing that I love to talk about, so I'm gonna talk about it. Okay. The fourth dimension. Listen. So there's this whole theory, string theory, that has like, I don't know about string theory. I don't know about it. I just know that like string theory says that there's like 11 spatial dimensions, but we can only see like in the third, and that all the other ones are like too small to actually see any difference of movement in. What's important is that the idea of the fourth dimension and like how it works. I'm going to use this to explain. So imagine that this is a two-dimensional world. This is a two-dimensional plane in a two-dimensional universe. You can only move like this way and this way. There is no up. There is only flat. All that you can see in a two-dimensional world is lines, because if everything was flat, all you'd ever see is lines. Imagine that this sticky note is a two-dimensional dude, and I, being a three-dimensional dude, can take him out of his two-dimensional world, and I can cast his shadow with a light. I can cast his shadow back into his two-dimensional world. But I am pulling him out of it right now. I am showing him what height is, and he is flipping the F out. What's important though is that like any other beings in his two-dimensional world right now don't really notice any difference, because all they see is lines. And there's still a shape there. There's still a shadow, which to them is him. Like, it's not any different because it's still a line that looks like the exact same size as him. Forget about like how light can, you know, like depends on the light. Let's pretend that like I did it perfectly and his shadow is exactly the same size as him. They don't see any difference because they're just like, oh yeah, he's still there. He's just chilling. But he's flipping out because he's not in the second dimension right now. So apply that to a fourth dimensional being, taking me or you or anybody out of our three-dimensional world and casting our shadow back into here. Bruh, like, think about it. You wouldn't know any different. Just like that shadow looks exactly the same because it's still a line, you would be the same, but not. I hope this is making sense, because it makes perfect sense to me. But the real thing that I wanted to say that's really cool to think about is like, that's probably how angels like manifest into the third dimensional world to us. They can appear as humans, they can appear as big old fluffy angel dudes, they can appear as a rainbow, they can appear as whatever they want because they cast a shadow into our world, and anything that they cast into our world is gonna look like something that we're familiar with because it's three-dimensional. Because anything here has to be three-dimensional because it's in our plane. Does that make sense? So like, that's cool. Like, angels can probably just be like, oh, he needs a duck to make him feel better. Duck. I hope that was interesting. I hope it actually made sense. I think about that probably too often. Well, I'm not doing anything else tonight, so I'm just gonna like end the vlog here. And I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna try to read The Hobbit, and we'll see how that goes. What's in my eye? Stop.